Alright, now we are back in Scarlet Blaze to see how things happen in this game without Byleth's influence. However, you will notice that given where we are right now, and given what you're seeing in front of you, this is actually the one where I recruited Byleth right now. I'm gonna save right before I hand off the Merc Whistle to someone in case I want to see any more of those, assuming I'm willing to go through the hassle of fighting through all that again. But I missed a support chain. I don't know how I missed this support chain. You'd think I would have noticed it, but then again, given that literally all of her other ones were possible to obtain before now, I guess, well, it makes sense that I eventually missed this, but still. As a result, we're gonna check on this, then we're gonna move on with the main event.
Goodness, someone has been neglecting your care. Worry not, fair mare. I shall have your coat glistening in no time.
Uh-oh. I have questions.
Someone is doing a rather slapdash job of maintaining this equipment. Best take care of it.
I wasn't aware you were responsible for cleaning the training gear, Ferdinand.
I am not. Still, I cannot just leave it like this. And all will benefit if our equipment has a longer life.
In that case, let me lend a hand. I actually enjoy this kind of thing.
You have my thanks. Perhaps you might be so good as to start with that piece there.
Say, Ferdinand,
What's this about?
are you really a noble?
Huh?
I beg your pardon? What a horrid question! If I am not considered noble, then who is? After all, I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
He said the thing.
Yes, you've made that quite clear. On many occasions.
Mm-hmm.
Then are you attempting to remind me that the succession of House Eyre's peerage is on hold? It is unkind to prod at a man's sore spot like that. Though I will not hesitate to add, it does not mean my rank has been seized entirely.
That's not what I mean either. I understand you hold a noble's rank. It's just, well, something about you as a person reminds me of a commoner.
Such cheek! How can I remind you of base rabble when I strive without end to be the noblest of them all?
I think you made a mistake with that line.
Because you take the initiative to muck out stables and clean filthy training gear? Most nobles I know wouldn't dream of doing such things. They just have the rabble do it.
It is my belief that nobility must serve as a model, nay, a beacon for the common folk. Doubly so in places like this, where people of different social status live alongside one another. It is precisely because of who I am that I must take the initiative. Such actions make a noble.
A praiseworthy mindset. But do any nobles besides you actually put it into practice? I don't know about the Empire, but I'm dang sure lesser nobles don't think that way.
Well, you just spent too much time around lords, let's be honest.
Just seeing commoners makes the bile rise in their throats. I'd say they treat us like animals, except they actually seem to appreciate their animals. Lawrence also draws stark lines between nobles and commoners, but he's a little better than the others.
Wait, so what nobles have you interacted with that gave you that impression? What, have you been speaking to Dorothea instead?
Well, he is one of the nobles I find to be of merit. Regardless, your suspicion is correct. The Empire does have its fair share of nobles who bring shame to the appellation, but I will not allow them to set the standard for imperial nobility.
Huh. Maybe there's some kind of cultural difference.
And of course you're gonna end on that without explaining things. Luckily I got the second one.
Well, you are looking robust today. Let us get that coat of yours glowing, shall we?
Hey, Ferdinand.
Hello, Leonie. Have you some need of me?
I did a little detective work and learned something. You're the weird one.
What, among nobles?
I fear I do not take your meaning. How exactly am I weird?
You're a noble who delights in cleaning out stables and maintaining filthy equipment. And among the Imperial nobles, you're the only one who does those kinds of things when it's not your specific responsibility. Which means I was right. Empire and Alliance nobles are all the same.
I think I understand what you're trying to say.
She's complimenting you, take it as a compliment.
Certainly among those you investigated, I am the only one who puts such ideas into action. But that is, if you would forgive me, a surface-level assessment. The reality beating at the heart of the matter is quite different indeed.
Okay, what does that mean?
True nobles think as I do. Inside their heads. It just so happens that I am the only one who turned thought into deed on this particular occasion. So, if you believe those actions to be strange, you are saying the thoughts of all of them are strange as well.
Well, what kind of interaction has she had with nobles?
Which means you find all nobles of the world, myself among them, to be strange.
Are you trying to confuse me? Because it's working.
Oh boy.
How do you reach a conclusion like that? I'm telling you, you're the only weird one.
We appear to be arguing past one another.
Seems like it, but I'm still right.
Of course you'd say that.
Then I am left with no choice but to make you understand that I am the right sort of noble.
And I'll have to make you understand there aren't actually any other nobles like you.
Goodness, whatever is the matter with me? It is out of character for me to be so obstinate.
Well, this is a very unusual line of questioning, to be fair.
An understanding like this ought never be forced upon a person. My behavior was ill-befitting a noble, Leonie. Please, allow me to apologize.
Nah, I got pretty heated there myself. At the end of the day, you're taking charge and being helpful, and that's what counts. It doesn't really matter if other nobles would ultimately do the same thing or not. So, sorry.
You must think nothing of it. However, I believe a thought has just come to me. Ultimately, the problem is not me. It is that you mistrust the nobility as a whole. That being the case, I must redouble my efforts to put my philosophy into action, so as to make others of my stature understand the correct way of things. I am certain this will rid us of the selfish sort of nobles you imagine to be lurking around every corner.
Of course that's how you interpret it.
I mean, that'd be pretty great, but if nobles start taking the initiative to work and stop looking down on commoners, doesn't that just make them commoners?
It depends on what kind of responsibility you've got saddled to the label. Still, that is Edelgard's entire shtick in this route, so it makes sense that that's how things would play out. Either way, that's the only real conversation I needed to worry about. I'm pretty sure that's the only one I missed. Because there were a couple I missed in Golden Wildfire as well that were taken care of before then as well, so at this point I'll have to jump over to another save in order to see things along, but I can see to that on another day. For now, I've got a couple things I need to do around my apartment. Either way, for you though, it'll be right the hell now.
If we take down the strongholds surrounding the Baron, we might convince him to lay down his arms.
Alrighty, I'm trying to remember the exact circumstances that I can... Well, I think there's a couple different points in which I can effectively ensure that things go south, because that's effectively what I need to do now. I think one of them is to allow Byleth to reach Rodrigue. Another is to fail to use a strategy that I actually have enabled.
The enemy is clearly desperate. No, projectiles will admittedly slow us down.
Luckily, I have New Game Plus on this one, so I am well prepared. Well, amply prepared for what's going to be happening.
The Emperor's roster shames the rest of us. I must find a way to distinguish myself.
Oh, yep, you're definitely dead then, if you're gonna talk like that.
Continue to the northwest.
So far, so good. Though I'm prepared for something to go horrifically wrong in a minute now.
I'm all for exercising caution, Lynn, but could you not be such a wet blanket?
Any final words?
Wait for it. Well, I think the easiest way to let this continue on is to let Byleth reach Rodrigue, so we'll go ahead and just go with that method to quote-unquote fail. Very curious to see how different it ends up being, though, because with Golden Wildfire, I think I may have inadvertently run into the most profound way things can go horribly wrong, honestly. At least based on what I know. Because when you think about it, it is very much a matter of Edelgard's actions directly causing her trouble. Well, no, not Edelgard. I'm thinking Claude. I'm thinking Golden Wildfire. Because the nice thing about that is that, okay, Claude makes this really stupid decision because he closed himself off from basically everything. Which I think is what they were going for, even if it wasn't very well communicated. Yuritsa's fine. He's got elixirs. Oh, scum. How dare you. Okay. No. But the thing is, as a result, Judith dying as a result of Claude's stupid decision ends up leading to a very profound moment. So, yeah, yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff that can be
I wish I had your strength.
discussed with respect to Golden Wildfire, but I don't expect that it'll have the same gravitas in this version, given that, well, let's be honest, there's not as much necessarily riding on this, at least as far as Randolph's involvement, since he's not so heavily involved in our efforts. It's not like he's a direct mentor to anyone here.
Take a breather.
Aloysius' reinforcements have arrived. Might you go help our soldiers in the northwest, young mercenary? Consider it done.
And there he is.
I must stop the enemy here.
We've cleared a way to the shoal. We can attack from the east now.
Off we go.
Fine.
Alright, we'll go ahead and let Shez lead the charge there.
Well, couldn't hurt.
And then
Here I go.
Edelgard can
No
run off in that
mistakes.
direction as well.
I'll take over.
Form a pincer and bear down on
Take a
Rodrigue's
breather.
position from both sides.
I won't last long trying to hold them off from two directions.
Rodrigue's in danger. I'd better go back.
I have to convince the Empire and worth keeping around. Destroy the bridge and cut the mercenaries off from the main force.
Alright, now we gotta let him make it to the main force.
Bridge. I can't get back to Rodrigue.
Rodrigue has been cut off. Move in and strike before the mercenaries can rejoin him.
No! This is our chance to kill the Ashen Demon. There's no one to interfere.
I have to reach the commander as soon as possible.
Alright, we'll let him approach then. I'll just go smacking about Aloise and other people in the meantime.
You knaves shall pass.
Oh, and now there's plenty to worry about up there too. None of you knaves shall pass.
A moment too soon.
Unfortunately, Dark Spikes.
Show them the steel Fargus is made of. I come bearing reinforcements. Now go and help your comrades.
Alright, so we got Sword Masters up there. I guess we can just mess around as Ferdinand for a while.
We have nothing to fear from that rabble. Now remain calm and take the stronghold. There's not a question of can.
Alright, let's go mess with them. Actually, what do we need to deal with at that stronghold? Oh, Edelgard, you go mess with that. That way Byleth has less to keep him from Rodrigue.
I leave the rest to you.
There we are. He's in play.
Here for me? You must be eager to die.
I'm gonna be eager to die after this route is over, but never mind that.
Oh, you sound like... Uh-oh! Incoming!
Yeah, just a bit. Give him hell.
Here I go.
Now stay out of the way of the rest of them.
They must.
Commit me.
My turn?
Empire will not be impeded.
Not a problem.
Actually, you better just move out of the way so that Byleth has a clear shot. Even though that's not the objective at all, but never mind me.
My turn.
I don't remember how much time I legitimately had for all this. I don't recall it being much. Nearly routed? Well, he has an elixir, so he's fine. Alright, now Byleth has a straight shot.
The demon is too speedy. We are not having enough time.
Nothing's stopping the demon. We're going to run out of time.
That's the idea, unfortunately. Gonna just let it happen. Yep, there it is.
Right in the nick of time. I'll take it from here.
Thank you. I'll return once I've got my wind back.
Wait, so... Rodrigue retreated to an inner stronghold. Okay, I guess we gotta go after... Alright, I guess in that case we'll send Ferdinand and Shez both after Byleth.
Not a problem.
That should be enough to cause some havoc.
Right then.
starting the mission. Is that
Right then.
Actually, you know what? You're pretty beat up, Hubert. Can you go after something easier? Although, is it? Actually, no, you're pretty low level compared to everyone else, so nothing's going to be ideal. Well, it should be fine.
There's no avoiding a fight.
With the Ashen Demon now? Yep, pretty much.
Might be time for this.
With the Ashen Demon now.
My turn?
As expected, unfortunately.
Right then. Let us go.
Yeah, you go guard that.
starting the
Ferdinand's... Actually, go sync up with Ferdinand.
mission? Might make a boring fight more enjoyable.
Let's see, and then... Who else did I bring in? Oh yeah, Manuela randomly.
Prepare to be
And well,
amazed.
just in case we need assistance, go be an adjutant for Shez. Alright, let's get in there. Hubert, well, Ferdinand will make his way over with Yuritsa in tow pretty effectively.
You will not be permitted to run amok in one of my strongholds, friend.
Alright, let's get him.
Then do it. If you can.
No pressure then. Alright, looks like it'll be relatively easy pickings then. Lucky me. Although, to be fair, New Game Plus does make it easier, if nothing else. Whoops. Hope that'll hit him. Alright, it does hit. Somehow. This game is surprisingly generous with its hitboxes. Alright, let's open up the stun gauge. Down you go.
I can still win this. No, not again. I have to get out of here.
Huh. Interesting. So this tried to take control then? Curious
Here
that.
I go. No behavior concerns me.
Yeah, just a bit. Alright, Edelgard, get up here and help us beat Rodrigue up. Then we get to deal with Gerald. Presumably.
Let's run dry, eh? Then I will go out with the same ferocity Lambert would.
Assuming you'll have a chance of... Assuming you'll have your chance of that. Although, to be fair... I don't care too much about S-ranking this. I just care about getting through.
I'll take over. Bringing it down.
Alright. Luckily, Edelgard. Easy pickings. Unfortunately.
Forgive me, Felix. Protect His Majesty. And Fargus.
Down he goes. Now all that remains is Gerald.
The enemy commander has been defeated. Grant no quarter to any soldiers who refuse to surrender.
And there's the other problem.
I leave to take care of one backup squad and come back to this? What a mess.
Alright, converge on Gerald. Let's take him down.
Time to send a few of you to the grave before Rodrigue gets lonely.
Well,
As expected.
now we know what happened to our reinforcements.
Yeah, just a bit. Alright, everyone converge.
I don't remember agreeing to take the rear. I'll have to charge double for this.
Rude.
That's not good.
Nope. Gonna interrupt that, sir. Alright, War Strike while we can. And since I've got a good axe swinger.
You'll make a fine substitute.
Stronger folks than you have tried and failed to claim the Blade Breaker's head. Too late to get away.
There we go. Same deal as before. I forgot how close that battle was. They really do make it close, don't they?
It looks like you finally beat me. About time my luck ran out. Guess I'm overdue. The rest is up to you, kid.
I defeated the Blade Breaker. I can't believe it.
Randolph!
Don't worry about me, just go. Hurry!
I won't!
Please, Fleisch!
Is that Sothis in control? Yeah, definitely.
No!
This is random.
How could you? You monster! Hey!
Yep, it's Sothis in control. What, we're just gonna let him get away? Are you really just gonna let him get away? At least the last time there was plausible deniability.
Leave me. Please, Randolph. This can't be real.
Is no one pursuing? Why is no one pursuing? At least before you were still in the middle of a heated battle. What? No, is no one pursuing?
I'm so
What is this bullshit? Okay, I'm not even upset. I'm just annoyed. What? Why? You could have been. Oh my. Golden Wildfire ate good with respect to this scene. This is just stupid.
You're gone forever. And it's all because of me. It's all my fault.
Enough. You know that's not true.
But he could have escaped. And instead he stayed behind to protect me. And that's why that thing...
In that case, the fault is mine. I had the Ashen Demon cornered and couldn't close the deal. And then Gerald gave me so much trouble that I wasn't able to reach you in time. I could have prevented all this if I'd just been a little quicker. A little better.
That's not true. You saved me.
That wasn't me. It was Randolph. He gave his life for yours.
No. No,
I know there's nothing I can say now that will help. So instead, I'll let my sword do the talking. When I cut the Ashen Demon down.
You're more than capable of it, too. You had that monster right in your grasp. I only wish my premonition hadn't come true.
Gerald's... gone?
No. This is all my fault. I let them walk all over me. I left him unprotected. I'm sorry, Captain. I'm so sorry.
It is what it is. Mercenaries live short lives.
It did not have to be like this. Had you not scorned my strength, your father would yet live.
The Captain was a true titan among men. I... can't believe he's gone.
There is a way to solve this woe. Just grant to me your worldly flesh, and vengeance shall be yours. We must now send the whelp that killed your father to an early grave.
Do you mind taking command for a while, Eloise? There's something I need to do.
Well, yes, of course, but surely I can aid you.
No, this task is mine alone.
Very well. But don't you dare get yourself killed.
Oh boy. That's gonna come back to bite you both. Okay, so that was that. That was a... Wait, that's it indeed.
I will take all...
That was... Shut up. Ha, man, that was contrived as hell. No one pursued Byleth. No one gave chase. You had Hubert and Edelgard right there. Why did at least a few soldiers not run after? Why would you not pursue? Why would you not pursue? You know he's going to be a thorn in your side. Why would you not pursue? Why did you give up? Shed should have kept pursuing if nothing else. Why did you just stand there slack-jawed while watching Blaze more? No, go after him, you... Damn it! Disappointment.
The enemy commander, the former Duke Fraldarius, has been defeated. Now Mateu's territory and all the western lands of Fargus will yield as one to the Empire. Still, this battle came at a far greater cost than we are used to paying.
This is the most dead and wounded we have ever faced in a battle. Not to mention the loss of General Randolph. And yet, we might finally be rid of one of the greatest thorns in our collective side. Eliminating Captain Gerald was a masterstroke. If we are lucky, his band will fall apart without him.
Or it may throw them into a vengeful fury that makes them stronger and more united than ever. That's going to be a problem, especially with the Ashen Demon still roaming the land unchecked.
An intriguing figure, that one. And a crest-bearer for certain. You'd be smart to step lightly.
Guess that explains where all the awesome power is coming from.
I guess Linhardt would pick up on that, wouldn't he?
But the Ashen Demon doesn't strike me as nobility, and only nobles have crests.
I'd posit the man standing next to you doesn't exactly exude nobility either.
Ouch!
The demon's hair exhibits new color. It is like something from one of Bridget's old stories. One will be chosen by the spirits and granted their protection. And with that protection, great power.
Can I just go on the record and say no to vengeance? I have zero interest in being revenged upon.
Oh boy.
That's the risk one takes when entering battle, Bernadetta. Sadly, you can't take up arms and not expect reprisal. We have no control over whether they come for us or not. We can only control what we do next.
No way! No one's making me take my medicine!
Wait, that's how you interpreted this? Really?
If you insist on continuing to interrupt Her Majesty, you will have far more immediate things to fear than an enemy's nebulous vengeance.
Why are you... Are you actually upset by Randolph's death? Because there was actually a bit of sorrow in your voice earlier. Is this how you react to genuine loss? I didn't think you were that close to Randolph.
Come to think of it, has anyone seen our mercenary friend?
I know what I told Fleisch, but did I really do the right thing?
Of course. You did what no one else could. The Ashen Demon may have escaped, but you got rid of their captain. There's no question you've grown, and next time, the Ashen Demon will fall.
But so many people died, including Randolph.
A price must always be paid for victory. And besides, Randolph is just one man.
Bruh.
One man who was handpicked by Edelgard, just like me. One man who shared all of our struggles. He was a good man and a fine ally. And now he's dead because of me.
I had no idea you cared so much. All the more reason to finish what you started. You can still make this death mean something, and I can give you the strength to do so. Now cheer up. Seeing you sad like this makes me...
Makes you what?
Yes, it makes me very... something. Tight in the chest. Anyway, stop frowning at me. I don't like it.
You shouldn't like it. This isn't the ideal route.
No matter what anyone else tells you, I'm the closest ally you have. Remember, we're partners in destiny.
Lucky May.
Are you prepared for this?
Honestly, I don't know. Gerald wouldn't want this. He didn't believe in vengeance for vengeance's sake.
Indeed. You could not be more right. Revenge is not a thing you take for someone else. You seek revenge to slake your rage and heal your wounded heart. I know you are prepared to do whatever that you must. I could do this by force, you know. Be grateful then that I asked for your leave at all.
You're right. This has to come from me. And I accept your power. Help me win, no matter what it takes.
Ah, yes. You shall make a most worthy vessel after all. And now, behold all that I have discovered at the edge of time.
So, one makes I wonder how much you actually were conscious then while your spirit was adrift, as it were. Makes me wonder.
Stay disciplined, and together we will take Fodlan's future in hand.
Don't worry, Edelgard. We're ready to get this done.
That goes doubly so for me. I must ready myself for the final clash that looms in the coming days.
I'm sure you must. Oh boy, that's going to be a fun one to see play out. I've heard there's actually a story difference in this one, so we'll see how that goes.
Right then. Let's start by taking care of the enemy in front of us.
Alrighty, so it looks like it's going to be going into pretty much standard fare, at least for this chapter. So, I'll cut back in as per usual whenever there's something different, but for now, I need to see to something else, so I'll be back in about 5 seconds by your perspective.
Aside from having proven to be both impossibly powerful and a constant thorn in our side, though we paid dearly for it, the nuisance's father died by our hand.
Oh, they actually changed the support conversation. I just clicked it at random and wondered if anything would be different since that Byleth was directly relevant to this one, but huh.
I imagine the brat is unlikely to be tickled about that.
Indeed. If only we'd won the demon over to our side when we had the chance.
Why do you bring this up, Your Majesty? Is there something on your mind?
I'm not entirely sure myself. My apologies, Hubert. Pay me no mind. Like as not, I am overthinking the situation.
Surely you realize that telling me to pay this no mind only gives me greater cause for concern?
I didn't mean to worry you. I'm simply having trouble putting this feeling into words. I just felt... I don't know. As if something was drawing me to the Ashen Demon. I wonder, could it be the influence of my crest?
Your crest? Now I am truly becoming concerned.
Forget it. Whatever it means, we'll never know. We'll meet the demon in battle, and let this mystery die there.
As you wish, Your Majesty. So long as you realize I will be taking the liberty to investigate this most thoroughly.
I don't think you'll have much of a chance this route, but we won't go there.
I thought you might say as much. Do as you must. Honestly, Hubert, you never change, do you? When I emerged from beneath the palace all those years ago, you acted as though nothing had happened. Do not worry, you said. I took the liberty to investigate while you were indisposed.
For the record, my blood was boiling. However, as there were others present, I kept still my tongue. I could not risk showing my anger, lest they find a way to turn it against you. My role to play is the cold, crafty, unreadable servant. I am happy with the casting. So let us leave it at that.
I'm certain you are. But just once I'd like to see our roles reversed.
Your Majesty, you cannot possibly be serious.
Not in the slightest. I'm well aware I am not cut out for the kind of work you do.
Nonsense. There is nothing beyond your capability. That said, I prefer you best when you are the one in charge. Command me as you see fit. No matter how daunting or impossible the task may be, I will come through every time without fail.
Thank you, Hubert. It's good to know that I can always rely on you.
Interesting that there's that small difference with that. Oh yeah, and then there's the few that are cut off as well, but either way, I'm pretty sure that's the only one really that would be different, given the circumstances, but either way, let's carry on.
We?
You must harness your emotions and continue working towards our goal. This sorrow and regret will undoubtedly make you stronger. That is how humans work, at least as far as I'm aware. We'll see about that. Either way, let's see if there's anything else different. Wait a minute. Troubadour. Hang on, are you the son of House Dominic? Wait a minute, what? How did I not notice this before? How did I not notice that before? What, is it because I didn't know that he had become a troubadour? I'm pretty sure I only found that on the Blue Lines route. Huh. How did I not realize that? Huh. Well played, game. Randolph.
Is that okay?
You should do something to distract yourself, Blaze. Maybe you could do sword practice at the training grounds. Or I could go with you if you need a partner. My brother is dead. How can I think about training right now? I don't know. But you need to get stronger if you want to survive. Or if you want revenge. Isn't that why you're still here? Yes, you're right. Huh. Well, that's hard. Well, I know how deeply Fleisch cares for Randolph, even if, I don't know, the moment just did not feel earned. I'm sorry.
Got a sec?
I used to be with Gerald's mercenaries, and then our captain died, remember? I didn't think they had much of a future after that, so I got hired here. So technically they are still around in some form? Well, I guess that makes sense given what we saw with Aloise and Golden Wildfire, but still. Which probably means he's going to be with the Church of Seros when we go to Chapter 15 in this route, so lucky us. I know that war brings sacrifice, but going forward I want to prevent it as much as possible.
Right.
And I mean on both sides, though I doubt that will be easy. Randolph, Gerald, there were a lot of deaths on both sides this time around. Yes, I must do all that I can to create a better future, for their sakes as well. Well, that makes sense given your you did think about the casualties that this war would cause, and in the end you chose the former as you sat on Azure Moon, but still. Well, I guess that doesn't make it sting any less. Byleth, the Ashen Demon, quite a formidable warrior. We will soon meet again on the battlefield. All I can do is pray to hasten the coming of that day. Perhaps a man such as he could slay me, and the demon within. Yeah, he's certainly capable of it, as we've seen in other routes. See how it plays out. I mean, I know how it plays out, but still. Yeah, Cheeto?
Time to work you into shape.